What is up, my Eagle Fang badasses? Welcome to the channel.
Eagle Fang Karate!
Hello. For those who don't know me, my name is Alex and I am an entertainer. Back in May of 2022, I graduated from the University of Minnesota Duluth with a degree in music composition. Shout out to any of my buddies from Duluth who might be watching this video. Anyway, before I graduated, there was one very important night. That night was the night of my ridiculously self-indulgent, highly recommended composition recital that took place on April 9th, 2022, in Weber Music Hall at 7:30 p.m. The original poster for that event is coming your way right now. Anyway, the reason I bring up my recital is because my song Eagle Fang Karate, which was the only video on this channel before today, was originally uploaded to this channel specifically to incite people to go and see my free concert back on April 9th in 2022. Since then, my Eagle Fang music video has had over 2,400 views and is currently at 62 likes at the time of recording this video. So thank you all so much for the views, the likes, and the support. It means a lot. Now, you might be wondering, what is the Eagle Fang Badass doing back on YouTube? Well, I'm here to announce that I am officially starting to grow this channel today, and plan to be back here every week, more than likely on Saturdays. So, welcome everyone. The reason I am back on YouTube is because I got my music composition degree for one reason, and one reason only. That is to be a professional entertainer. I emphasize entertainer because I am more than just a person who writes, records, and plays music. However, after graduation, unfortunately, my entertainment career had to be put on hold because my student loans went into repayment 6 months after graduation and I needed a job. I originally considered getting into Hollywood, but after the writer's strike that happened a year or two ago, I completely lost interest in that. After realizing Hollywood was a bust, I realized that I could just entertain on YouTube instead. So I decided to learn about entrepreneurship to try to make money online, which then led to investing in an online business course, which then led to me investing in a how-to YouTube course when I realized I could just do what I wanted to do on YouTube. And then I got an LLC, which I'm now just beginning to use, and I went to a business event in Colorado where I got a whole new perspective on myself and life in general. However, even after all that, I haven't really done much with my entertainment career because the creator in me was trying to be too much of a perfectionist. Then to make things worse, a couple weeks ago, I was in a situation where I could have literally died if things went slightly differently and I didn't get as lucky as I actually did. Now, I truly see how short life can actually be, and I now know I have to change my approach to my YouTube business. So, I asked myself one question. If I could only make one video on YouTube because I knew I was going to die tomorrow, what would that video be? Well, it's the video you are watching right now. Why, you might ask? Because I truly believe that it's my purpose in life to inspire others to follow their dreams no matter how crazy they might seem. Entertainment is how I fulfill my purpose, but the why is inspiring others to follow their dreams. I know that's the why because all throughout middle school, high school, and college, I unintentionally inspired people without even trying to. In middle school, there were a bunch of little kids that weren't even old enough to play an instrument yet that ended up joining band later, all because I inspired them to with my jazz improvisation solos in jazz band. In high school, I had a lot of colleagues that literally came to me because they wanted to solo the way I did, so they asked me to teach them how. In college, I inspired a whole group of people to just join music that never did it before because a couple non-music majors came to my recital on April 9th, and they were asking me how they can get into music because they were so inspired by my performance. And even to this day, people tell me that Eagle Fang Karate, no one has topped that at a recital at Duluth. But also, people are asking me every single day when I'm going to follow up Eagle Fang in another music video. An answer to that, we'll see. But my point I am trying to make is that I have no doubt in my mind that I can accomplish my dream to entertain the world and inspire others if I just build up this YouTube channel. So that's what I'm going to do. So what does this mean for my channel moving forward? Well, simple. Every week, I'm going to do something either fun, inspirational, badass, or whatever you guys recommend in hopes that it inspires someone to follow their dreams. Whether you're a pirate captain who dreams of being king of the pirates, or your dream is to be the world's greatest clarinet player, or you simply want to just be a stay-at-home wife, husband, or parent, you can do it. I know you can do it. You just have to believe in yourself and start working towards your dream little by little. With all that out of the way, to celebrate what came before and what's to come on this channel moving forward, I have a special treat for you guys. I turned the very first song I ever wrote back in 2017 into an official music video that I'm going to show you guys here momentarily. So, without further ado, I hope you enjoy I'd Go to the Future. Since I've been a little boy, I've had a dream that I just can't forget. It is a dream where I can travel through time instead of downstream of Danny Garfield's vet. All I've got to do is just believe in myself, and then time travel's something I can achieve. All I need is some uranium and the flux capacitor to allow me to leave. That's why I'd go to the future. It's like a new world to explore. I can learn my own fate and learn about what I'll hate, so I can't steal this thing called a dinosaur. That's right, I'd go to the future. It's like a new world to explore. I can learn my own fate and learn about what I'll hate, so I can't steal this thing called a dinosaur. My biggest fear is traveling to the past, cause I can easily make myself unborn. And then there is this thing called the paradox, so in the present I better hear a car horn. That's why I go to the future. It's like a new world to explore. I can learn my own fate and learn about what I'll hate, so I can't scale this thing called a dinosaur. That's right, I'd go to the future. It's like a new world to explore. I can learn my own fate and learn about what I'll hate, so I can't scale this thing called a dinosaur. That's why I go to the future. It's like a new world to explore. I can learn my own fate and learn about what I'll hate, so I can't scale this thing called a dinosaur. That's right, I go to the future. It's like a new world to explore. I can learn my own fate and learn about what I'll hate, so I can't scale this thing called a dinosaur.
That's why I'd go to the future. It's like a new world to explore. I can learn my own fate and learn about what I'll hate, so I can't kill this thing called the dinosaur. That's right, I'd go to the future. It's like a new world to explore. I can learn my own fate and learn about what I'll hate, so I can't kill this thing called the dinosaur. I still would go to the future, 'cause it's a new world to explore. I can learn my own fate and learn about what I'll hate, so I can't kill this thing called the dinosaur. That's right, I'd go to the future. Yeah, it's a new world to explore. I can learn my own fate and learn about what I'll hate, so I can't kill this thing called the dinosaur.
So there you have it. That was I Go to the Future. Fun fact. I'd Go to the Future is how I actually opened my composition recital back in April of 2022. I figured it was just fitting because it was the first song I wrote, first song to open the show. Also, that line about uranium. All I need is some uranium and the flux capacitor to allow me to leave. That's inspired by Back to the Future. Any Back to the Future fan will know that. But also, all Back to the Future fans know that uranium isn't used in Back to the Future at all. It's plutonium that is used for time travel. In the original script for the song, the original line was, all I need is some plutonium and the flux capacitor to allow me to leave. However, in one of my recording sessions, I accidentally said uranium. I liked the way it sounded so much better, so I stuck with it. So, yeah, there you go. If you were ever wondering why I use uranium instead of plutonium in the song, that is why. Other than that, I have nothing else for you guys today. So if you think this video will help inspire someone to start following their dreams, please, by all means, send it their way. Other than that, always remember to bite like an eagle. I'll see you next week.